Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We will wait for everybody to come in, so give us a second while we share our links. Wait, everybody can get in here. Hello, hello. Hey, Zena, how are you? Girl, your pink thing, your purple thing is, I love it. It was so cute. How have you been today? Hello, hello. We'll give everybody a little bit of time to get in here. Won't be able to stay on a long, long time because we're having storms in our area, but I wanted to at least come on and do something. And I got the little pockets to show you. You need a nap. Oh yeah, you were up last night. That was for sure. I kept hitting it. I'm okay. I'm not always there, but I'm there a lot of times. But I just like stay to the background because I'm doing whatever while I'm listening or watching one or the other. Hi, Steph. How are you today? I live on the Indiana-Ohio line. So we got lots of rain and storms and all of that nasty stuff. But it's supposed to clear up. Today's like the last day we're supposed to have storms, and then it's supposed to get nice over the weekends. But it's supposed to get down to like close to 40 at night, which is like really cold for here for this time of year since it's been warm. You just woke up for the day or from a nap? My husband used to work second shift, and we ran on a second shift schedule. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. But I'm usually up early and go to bed late, so I'm just always around. Oh, for the day. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I would be so out of sorts I wouldn't sleep for days. My schedule would be all mixed up. We'll give everybody a little time to get in here, and then we'll talk about our little bags. Look, I made a little bag sample. Isn't he cute? So cute. And he measures just in case, because I know somebody like wanted to know. He is 1 inch by 1.5. Hi, Carrie. You ever have junk pens? I hate that. Nothing's worse than a junk pen that doesn't want to work. I don't know where I bought that one from, but it doesn't want to work. I'll write it. Look, I got those pens. I got those at my Dollar Tree. Has these for $1, and they write in all the different colors. So, oh, that was cool. So I grabbed a pack of those. And then they match. There's all the little colors at the bottom. I don't know if your Dollar Tree has those or not. But for $1, I got a couple different packs of them. Because I'm a pen fanatic. I have pens everywhere. So this is 1 inch by 1.5 is what it measures. And you can actually fold it up like a little grocery bag if you want to. You know, remember the little brown grocery bags we used to have? But yeah, so you can do like that and actually fold it up. And if you do that, yeah, mine were right up by the register when you leave. They weren't back in the pen section. They were up by the registers. But it's really cute because I was playing with it today and with these little envelopes because, you know. So if you go in and you glue it, which is hard to do sideways, and glue it where you fold it at the bottom. And then I don't know if this is going to be too wide. Let me cut a scrap. I got some brown paper here. You can actually put a little, well, that's too big too. You can actually slide a little tuck in there. Or like a little tag. Just for a sample here, I'll go ahead and let me cut it. Well, that's totally crooked, so ignore my crooked tag. I've seen that. But yeah, you can make a little tag and it'll actually stick in there. So you can actually put like little mini tags in there, which are hilarious. I was playing around with it earlier because I was doing some different little things. Let me cut this down just a little bit. Depending on how small you want to make them. I seen her thing. It was gorgeous. I was on last night for a while when she was working on it. And then I went to bed because my husband gets up at 4 in the morning. So I usually try to get up in the morning when he leaves is when I get up. But yeah, you can put like a little set of little tags in there and everything. And actually create like a little bag journal. You'd actually make a little journal to slide down in there. It would be so cute. And this is small enough. And if you made your journal small enough, if you wanted to send like a rack to somebody and send it like a 1 stamp rack, you could do this. And it would be so cute if you got an envelope and open it up and it had a letter in it. You know, like almost like a pen pal type letter. And then a little stuffed envelope with a little journal in there. That would be so cute. So I was goofing around, and I'll tell you about these in a minute. I was goofing around today because I knew it was storming, and I didn't know how long I'd be able to be on because of the way it's storming here. And like even right now it is. But so I worked on my pockets some more because I knew I'd be off camera, but I'm trying to get done. So like I made a little bag, and this one's made out of book page just to go in my pocket. And it's this one's a teeny tiny one. It's even smaller than the 1 inch, I think. Hold on. I can't pick my ruler up there. What? This one's like 7/8 inch wide by 1 3/8. So it's itty bitty. And then I put some washi on the top of it just to add some color. Because I thought, you know, they may want a little bag that they could glue in their journal. Even if you just like have a coffee dyed piece of paper or, you know, a piece of music page. Let me find something that's small enough. This will work. You know, and you fold it up. I mean, you could take a coffee dyed strip and decorate it. Or, you know, put book page on the back and then fold it up like this. And put it in there. Like that. You could put a little pull tab on the top of it even. And you could glue that to your page and actually have like a little bag. And it's thin enough that it's not going to add so much weight to your page or so much bulk to your page. And I mean, you could put lace on it or, you know, any kind of little butterfly or whatever. So I thought that was cute. So I did do that. So I put that in there. Let's see. I put some washi on that one little tag just because I wanted to add some color. I did change out my button. If you remember yesterday, I had the red button. I did change it out and I put a small white button on there. and this darker tan button because I think it just looks better. And then I put the rose. Remember, I wanted to save that. Well, I thought that was perfect at the bottom, just sort of to do that. So let's see, I did that. I moved this from the back to the front because I liked it in the front, and those two big tags are still back there. These two are still in here. Let's see. I put my paper clip here. I decided to change this up. So, because I remember I had my washi and I had the bag with this over top of it with the paper clip. Well, the paper clip kept falling off, and that drove me crazy. So instead, I took my bag and ran washi around it, which gives me some color, and put that in there. Then the little tag, I just stuck in as a tag that they could, if they're doing a journal, they can just glue that down as a flip. So I figured I'd go ahead and put it in there in case they wanted it. And it's back here with the washi. And then the paper clip that I had, I just put on the pocket. And then I had one of my little notebooks that I make, and I just put some of the paper across there that I had the scrap and threw it back there. So I think I've actually maybe two, or besides my scraps, I've used one piece of cardstock that I cut up for the tags is the only whole thing that I've used. Everything else has been like leftover scraps, which was like the 2 or 3 strips off the end. Then let's see. Of course, that's my yo-yo, and those are the little rosettes. I said yo-yo, rosette. And then these, I put the little rosettes on a card. And then what I did is I took my double-sided adhesive, and when I took it off the roll, I put it on the back of the rosette so the paper was down. Then I just glued the paper onto the piece of paper, so when you go to pick the rosette up, the adhesive comes off on the rosette, and then the backing paper will just stay on the card. And then I just put some washi around it to add some color. And then I did another little bag up, and I thought I'd make a little journal. So I made a little paper clip, and I curved the ends of that. I don't know. Hold on. You can't really see that when it's dark like that. Well, it's sort of bent where it was on the thing, but I made a little paper clip with the little twirly ends because I thought it was cute. And then I made a little journal. The other day on last Wednesday's Wingding, we're doing it tonight too, I showed how I did these little covers, and this cover was one of these that I did, and I got 4 little covers. This one I was playing around with, but out of one piece of paper. So I took one of those and I put the one little map label that I had with some lace and some cotton, one of the little definitions, and just fussy cut one of the little roses on it. And then I put washi around the spine and then sewed the spine in. And then inside the little pages, I put some washi here because this inside had, let me see if I can find, oh, it was the matching one. It was actually this page, is the other half. So I had 2 small ones because I wanted some small and some medium. So I cut 2 small journal covers. Like this went like this, right? And then I cut it down a little bit so I could round the corners and all that. So, and I made one middle-sized one and then 2 small ones out of a piece of paper that I had collaged. So I had put the fairy paper on the inside, and it didn't go with the kit, obviously, so I didn't want to use it, but I wanted to use the cover because I thought the cover went, especially since we're using scraps, and that's what all this was. So I put some music page here, and I put some washi down the spine to reinforce it. Then I have a little piece of paper, book page, and I just put a little piece of music at the bottom. It's not a tuck or anything. It's just there to be decorative. And a little coffee dyed page, a little dyed coffee filter, coffee dyed page. I wanted to make sure there was room to write. And then a piece of the scrapbooking, the scrap that was left, and a coffee dyed page, a book page, and I just put some washi along the edge to sort of decorate it. And then with my scraps, I cut a teeny tiny little tag to slide in there just so something would be in there. And then a coffee dyed page and the little pink doily, which I thought was so pretty in there. I thought it was so cute. I love those little doilies like that anyway. Oh, and then there's a tuck over here with washi and another little tag from the kit, which just, I mean, I thought it just adds a little pop of color in there. And another coffee dyed page. Then there's that scrapbook page, and I just punched a 1-inch circle, folded it in half to use as a tab on there. I put the flower in upside down, and I didn't realize that till after I made it, but it's, you know, oh well. And a coffee dyed page, the coffee dyed filter, the coffee filter, and a book page. And then on the very back, I made an itty bitty notebook. So I'd have all the notebook pages. And I think there's 8. No, there may be more than that. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I got 12 little pages in my little notebook in the back, which I thought was really cute. And then I made this a little pull out. I need to put a little piece of lace on here so it's easier to pull out. And then I just took the music and made a teeny tiny envelope. And the teeny tiny envelope, I just literally folded, well, I put coffee dyed paper, and then I made a little, I just cut it, well, I cut it in the shape of a tag. It was long. Cut it in the shape of a tag, backed it with coffee dyed paper, inked it up, and then folded it, and then folded it down. So, I mean, technically it would be hilarious to glue the sides of this and make it an envelope, and then put another little one inside. It would almost be like, what are the little Russian dolls called? I just went blank. But the little envelope, all I did was I put coffee dyed paper on it, and I just folded it up and glued each side and then folded it down for the, so I mean, it's just a basic envelope. And I loved that. I thought that was so fun to do. I love those little bitty things like that. So let me grab a little piece of lace here. Oh, I got some. I gathered all my scraps up in a bag because they were laying everywhere. So I'll just put a little piece of lace there as a little pull. Just because you may not notice it's back there because it's so teeny tiny. But I thought, you know, that'd be really nice. And, you know, sort of putting a journal in there would be sort of cool. But I thought, you know, that itty bitty journal would be so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna set that to the side and let it dry a little bit, and then there's the back cover. So I gotta stack all this stuff back in here. Put my paper cup there, I'll lose it. And then I decided I wanted to put a bag in there, but I didn't really have any space. I mean, all of my places are pretty much full. I wanted to make a couple tags to put back here up for the top. Maybe one large one to go behind them. And, you know, I mean, I can always stick another tag back here or, you know, down here if it's a small one. But I didn't really have a place to put my bag. So I put a grommet in and tied some lace and used a bulb pin. Well, if I was going to do that, then I had to have a way to hang it. So let me take this off real fast. So I had this scrap from when I made my rose journal. And I had cut the edging off of the napkin, and I decided it was just a pink thing. And I'm like, well, you know, that really goes with this. So I made 2 little handles. So there's little handles to it, and it's got its little beads in it. And then since I was hanging it and I didn't want it to be open for stuff to fall out, I just used washi around the edge to close it up. So it has its little handles, and it hangs there from the grommet with its little handles. And I was like so in love with it. I thought, oh, it's so cute. I was so happy with it. Did that backwards. I know, right? I love little stuff. The littler it is, the more I like it. Yeah, so then it just hangs there off the side like a charm, which I thought was so cute. And then here I've got pink glass beads. I've got there's 3 little charms that are 3 leaves that are rose leaves. And what else was it? There was something else I put in there. Let's see. I put the glass beads. Oh, and then I put one of the it's just a metal heart, but it has like pink confetti inside of it that matches the mauve confetti. I put it inside the little bag. So I thought, you know, that's pretty good because, I mean, this doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, I've got a couple tags to make still, but so they'll have their beads to use for a journal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll probably do 3 more tags, 10, 11, 12. 12 tags or things that they could put in a small journal. They'll have buttons to decorate, a paper clip, a notebook that they can put in, the rosettes to use. They'll have the labels to do. They'll have the little bag. They'll have 2 little bags, the lace. And then technically, when you take all of this out, if you were going to make a journal with it, you can glue this in and have a flip pocket. So, I mean, I think it works out good. Oh, hi, Kathy. How are you? Oh, thank you, Carrie. I love doing these. I seriously, I could do these every day. I love them. They're so adorable. Okay, so my little lace is dry there. So let me get this back in here. And then that lace will stick out. And I may put a couple lace tags on the side, but I don't want to make it too bulky because it's in the bag. And I don't want it to, like, you know, be too much that it won't go. And then my little paper clip just slides on there. And then it goes back in its little bag. And the front of it says, wonderful, something amazing, doing and bringing intense delight. Well, I popped it off. I think I made my little journal a little too fat for my paper clip. Well, you know, I did the other one, but I used scrapbook paper, and I know some people don't have scrapbook paper available. You know, they've just got, you know, maybe whatever scrap paper they've got. You know, and or even if, you know, you have money issues that month, or, you know, a fixed income or whatever the case may be, you just may not have the extra to put in that right now, especially, you know, with things the way they've been the past year. So I'm like, well, most people can either, and you don't even have, I mean, thinking of it, you can use acrylic paint or markers or whatever to decorate a piece of paper if you need to, or you can use fabric and cover your envelope with fabric. I've did those before. The fabric ones, oh my gosh, they are amazing. I'll have to do one of those so you guys can see. Somebody's like, will you please do a stuffed pocket every single week? I love them. I'm like, yeah, I want to know all your ideas. Well, I did a stuffed pocket, but it was like this wide. So it was like almost, not quite, about 2/3 the size of, yeah, wrapping paper, greeting cards, napkins. I mean, come on, you guys. There is so much stuff that people have. An old shirt that you're going to throw away that has a stain in one spot. You know, an old cotton shirt. I mean, there's a ton of things you can do. And so I thought, sort of showing how I did it with just using my scraps in the one piece might give people some ideas that, you know, you don't have to go spend $80 on a swap item. So, you know, if you're using your scraps, yeah, maybe I used some beads. Okay, I'll give you that. And a couple buttons, which I had anyway. Yeah, I'm using my junk mail envelopes, you know, and all of that. So, you know, doing it with all of the scraps. I made my paper straws myself. The rosettes I made myself. So I didn't buy anything. So there was no cost. So, you know, yeah, maybe it's going to cost me, you know, and I can slide my rosette over here and tuck it down in. So, you know, it mails easier. And maybe it'll cost me $4 or $5 to mail it. but that's all I have in it, which is a whole lot more affordable than going and spending $20 to buy a bunch of product to make it, then turn around and having to pay whatever you have to pay to ship it. So, you know, trying to do things that are cheaper to do, which is why we chose the small envelope. So I thought it was cute. Okay, so let me get that out of the way. So I sat and I've always just sat down and made my little bags. So I never worried about, I know how to make them, so I make them. But everybody was like in love with the bags. So I decided I was going to make some bags. So I sat down and designed a little printable. So, well, I've cut 3 off of here, but they'll come, I'll link this page in the description box after this post to YouTube, after the live. I'll post it up there for you guys. So if you come back and you check the description box and it's not there in the next, you know, half hour afterwards, I will get it up there as soon as I get off. But it's not there right now. But 9 little bags come on a page. So you can print them out. Or, you know, you can cut it out, back it, and well, and that's what I was going to show you. They're real easy to do. I mean, they're square, so they're easy to do. There's nothing to them. Let me try to hold one up and hopefully that's what they look like. So they're really, really basic. They're really cute though, right? Okay, so I will show you 2 different ways. Well, okay, you can print one out and obviously, well, I don't have to show you that way because you guys know if you print this out on your paper, then you're just going to cut your lines. So when you cut it out, you're just going to cut the square out, the outside, you know, frame of it. Just follow the lines and don't cut anything off or cut any of the lines. Just cut the outside frame off. And when you do that, you're going to get that. That's what you're going to end up with, right? So the only thing you have to pay attention to when you cut it off the page is you're going to cut the complete rectangle, except that one little corner right there. That's the only thing that should be missing is this little corner. Easy peasy. Okay. Then you're going to put it in your scoreboard. And I was going to get my marker. Okay. Now, after you do that, the only thing you're going to cut after that point is see these little lines in pink right on the bottom. That's the only thing you're going to cut, and then you're going to put your scissors away. You're done with cutting. That's it. So you're just going to cut that. Right like that. You do not need your scissors after that. Okay? Then I'm going to put it in my scoreboard, and I'm going to start this way, and I'm going to score this line on this side right here all the way down. So I'm just going to line it up and score it. Okay, right like that. That's all I'm going to do is score that line right there. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to score all of the lines that go vertical on this long end. So this is the top of your bag. So you're just going to score, and you have to sort of line it up. You're going to score all of those lines. Now, with the exception, all the vertical lines you're going to score. And this line right here, which is the side of your bag, you're going to score it all the way down to the V. If you can see the little V's on there, the upside down V's, do not score those upside down V's. Just because it makes it way too difficult to try to do that. So I'm trying to make it easy. So you're going to score all your vertical lines. And if you line up one, they should go straight through without any issues. Okay. So I scored all of my vertical lines. So you're going to fold. Then you're going to fold where the little V, the upside down V's are, you're going to fold those two together in a V. So an accordion fold right there. Just that top part where you scored. Just don't worry about this. Don't fold these down here. Just the top part where, to like where the V is, you're going to make an accordion fold. Down here, I'm going to fold it down because this is going to be like the front of my bag and the other part of my bag. And then again, where that V is, I'm just going to do the accordion fold. Then this little flap on the very end, I'm just going to fold it back down. So when you lay your paper flat, it should be flat. You should have a V, flat, a V, and then flat. Super, super simple, right? You guys have no clue how easy this is. Then I'm just going to throw glue on here. I'm going to take the front flap, which is the front of my bag, or, well, I always use it for the back because it has the glue part on it. I'm just going to match it up and glue it just like we do every other thing we glue. Let's press it down. Okay. Then while I'm holding my bag, I'm going to go ahead and grab these two little flappies on the side and fold those in. Those are going to go in like that. Then you don't have to do this step, but I'm a weird person, so I have to do it. So I put glue on those little flaps. You don't have to. To me, it's just a security thing. I figure the more I have it together, the better it's going to hold. And believe it or not, like all of those beads and stuff I put in there, that was pretty heavy for that teeny tiny little bag. Then I'm just going to glue this flap. And you want to ink it up before you're going to do it, obviously, if you're doing it to put, you know, in a journal or whatever. I'm just doing this for an example, so I didn't worry about inking. And then you're going to put your finger down in the bag, and you're going to hold it, and you're going to hold the other, and you're going to rub it, make sure it's all glued together really good. And then you can even set it down and use your bone folder in there just to put some pressure on it. Okay, then you're going to have your bag. So when it gets like that, you're going to have your fold on the side where it's nice and folded. Remember, like just like, you know, the old grocery store bags you would get. All you're going to do, if you want it folded, now you can keep it like this. If you want it folded, just put the tops together and then figure out your front and back. So like there's my little flap. So this is my back. This is my front. I want my fold to go on my front if I'm going to do a pocket. If you don't want a pocket, then put your fold to the back. So you have that option. And all I'm going to do is line up the top, take my fingers, walk it back, then push. Grab your fingers on front and back at the bottom, push it a little bit, and fold. And now you've got your little fold in your bag. That's it. That's it. So I did, like I said, there's 9 of these on one page. If you don't want to print it on like printer paper or whatever, and say you want to make it out of, oh, I don't know, you want coffee filter on it. All you have to do, put your glue on your paper. And I mean, you can use this with, oh, I didn't cut it, but that's okay. I'll cut it when I get done. Actually, it's better if you don't. And then I'm just going to line it up down here. And I'm going to glue it down. And I'm going to cut it. And there's only one thing you have to do different if you're backing it with something. Let me trim this off on the edge just a tad bit. And then again, you're going to cut your flaps. Like that. Okay. And then you're going to score. Oh, let me do this way first. And then you're going to score all your vertical lines. And remember, you're not going to go all the way down to the V. You're just going to go to where the V starts. Or the upside down V, I guess I should say. You're going to score. All the way down. Yeah. Okay. The only thing you have to remember, okay, is if you've backed it with something, when it comes time to fold it, to put it together, make sure you put your outside out. Because when you do your little bag, if not, you're going to have your bag stuck out like this if you do it from the inside. So you have to make sure you flip it. So I'm going to fold down. I'm going to push my V in. We'll see if it was on this side and I pushed my V in, then when I go to do it, it's just going to be all goofy. It's not going to have that really cute tucked inside. Okay, and then I'm going to fold. I'm going to go down here and fold. Tuck my V in. Okay. Fold my little flap. I'm going to put my glue on my little flap. Does that make sense to everybody? It's pretty basic. I mean, it's pretty easy. Hopefully that makes sense. And I will link it. These are just all the same size bags. I'm working on getting a printable that I'll put in the Facebook group together that'll be 3 different sizes, from like this size to 3 inches to a 6-inch bag. If I can get the 6-inch bag onto 8.5 by 11 paper, I have to do some maneuvering because the sizes switch up and stuff when you change sizes. Everything changes. Because if you do it too short or too long, it won't work together. And then you get this big wonky bag that's all crooked and crazy. So then I'm going to come back and recrease these. And recrease these. Going to burnish inside my bag. Does that make sense to you guys? Nobody's talking. Okay. Now, seriously, I'm going to tell you, and I didn't do any and I should have. I've done them before. I'm going to tell you the cutest thing that you can do is do them out of craft cardstock. They look like the little brown paper bags you used to get from the grocery store. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. But see, even that one does. It looks like a little vintage grocery store bag. It is. Well, that's fine. Well, I just wanted to make sure somebody was out there going, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's super easy to do. It doesn't take a lot of time. And if you're doing something, even like in a journal or anything, it's so cute. I mean, I love teeny tiny stuff. And, you know, so putting it in a journal, I was like, oh, I got to do one of those. I know, a lot of ink on one little bag, right? The flower letters. Is that where you can get the letters through the mail? Okay. So after it's inked, there's what my little vintage bag looks like. I mean, seriously, guys. How cute. And I mean, and I could go through the top. Let's see if they'll work for me today, because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You know what? Oh, you know what? That's what I'll do. Hold on. Hopefully it'll cut through. We'll see. Okay, and then I used, this is, I don't know if you guys, have you seen the Tim Holtz tonic? It's the perforator. It's got the little perforation blade on it. So when you roll it, it like pulls it. Which what I was after is because when I was a kid and we got grocery bags, I think where they printed them on the line, they always had these like little edges to them. Let me see if maybe I can, maybe it'll show better. I don't know if you can see where the little hair, I don't know, you guys probably may not be able to see, but there's like little hairs out of the top, and you can tell where it's like perforated, where they separated them, which is how bags were when I was a kid. So I thought that would be really cute. That's so cute. I love it. But yeah, so I had to do that. And then what kind of washi do you want to decorate it with? Let's use, do you want to use this rose? No, it's not like pinking to your teeth. It's like a metal rotary blade. It's like if you took a rotary blade and just every so often just took a line of the blade out. So when you roll it, it cuts, and then it'll miss a spot, and then it cuts and it'll miss a spot. Just like on a perforate, anything you get that's perforated, it's the same. I actually think I want to use this as a little tuck, and I can put something here, and then I can put something in the back too. I thought about doing a mini journal. Wouldn't that be so cute? That'd be cute to do pockets that way too. Easy, easy, easy. So I'm going to put this down across the bottom. Oh, you know what? I probably should glue that first. You didn't know you need. Hey, it is so cool. I can show on a regular piece of paper. It might make it. You know, like when you get tickets and it's like you get perforated tickets at the end. That's exactly what it does. It's really cool if you're making tickets because it gives it that like realistic view. You didn't know you needed one now. Oh, you don't. I'm an enabler, man. Oh yeah, they're so cool. And they're not very expensive. I mean, it actually has, you can get a keychain so you can store it. Yeah, so there's my little tuck. How stinking cute. This is just a hair too big. Let me trim this up a little bit. So I can tell you. And then you got the pocket up front. If you slide something in the back and the front. So let me cut this off about there. Then you got the space for something in the back. I cut it up above it so you can tell there's two. So you can put two little things in there. And then you fold it in half to go in the front where I glued it. And trim this other side up to the same size as that one, so it looks like it makes sense. Oh yeah, I'm a tool person, man. I love tools. Oh, trim it up some more. Itty bitty space there. It actually would be really cute to put like a hidden word. Like if you were giving it to somebody that was a friend, you could put the word friend, or love if it was family, or thanks if it was a thank you, or get well, or whatever you wanted to. Let me trim that down a little bit. There you go. So see, you could actually get 3 little tucks in there. This one, the one, and then 2 in the back. And that little bitty thing, I may put that on a tag. I'm going to do some tags. That may be cute to put on a tag. But yeah, this is like really cool. Like that, I was going through a bag, so it's a little bit more difficult. I was looking for a piece of board to cut on. Hold on a second. Oh, how come when you're looking for something you can't ever find it? No, that'll work. It's a piece of corkboard. It'll work. But yeah, so it just has a teeny tiny little rotary blade. Like I said, if you can see the little blade, see the little notches in it? And then you just take it and roll it across. And then, can you see how the paper, try to pull it right, there you go. Can you see how it's sort of like cut, but there's the little notches in it? And then when you pull it, if I pushed it hard enough, I didn't push it hard enough. Hold on. It may not help because it's cork. Let me find something harder than cork. That's not going to work. So the back of that is too. Oh, wait a minute. I got an old text block. We'll use that. There we go. And then you can see where it's folded. And it's like that. Then when you pull it apart, well, you can hear it pop. Then I don't know if you can see. Let's see if we can try to get it to where you can see the little edges. And there you can see the little edges where they pull off like on a ticket. It's pretty cool. It just adds to it. Let me try to ink it and see if that helps. Sometimes inking. I know I'm like over explaining this probably. You're probably like, what? Yeah, see, it's got little inky edges to it. It's really cool. It's neat. It's one of those little tools that you don't really realize you need until you get it and you're like, oh, I can use that for so many things. At least that's how I am. Okay, so I want to make one big tag for the back. And I was thinking I would use this. And what I thought I would do, I need to, let's see how far I've got to work with. Okay, yep, I think that'll work perfect. I'm actually going to fold it in half. And I was like, I was going to use the inside because I absolutely adore this. So this is why I'm not getting rid of this. And it's light enough that you can very easily write on that and be able to see. So there's really no reason to cover it with anything. But I thought the dark, you know, because everything's so light, that the dark would look really good behind it. So around my corners. Okay, grab my ink. So what is everybody else crafting on? I know y'all are working on something. Everybody's so quiet today. I think everybody's busy and working on things. Is everybody working on their swap projects and design team projects and every other kind of project? Kathy, did you get your oh, you're working on a loaded pocket. That's funny. Hey, I'm telling you what, this is straight up the truth. They are so addictive. And then you'll go, wait a minute. If I can do this to a pocket, I can do it to a bag. I can do it to an altered file folder. I can do it to a journal cover, you know, and there's just a million ways that you can go about it. Okay, so I want to think I want to put some lace across there. Let me find some lace. I don't think this one's going to be wide enough. I think it's just a scrappy, just barely not wide enough. Unless I put it down the side and I could put some other stuff on there. Nah. I think I want to put it at the top. Oh, let me pull some other lace out of here. Yeah. Oh, I could do some eyelet trim. I haven't used any eyelet trim yet. That would be really pretty with this too. Well, yeah, because you're like, oh man, that looks hard until you do it and you realize how simple it is. And don't get me wrong, I adore making journals. I mean, I love making journals. However, you know, it's not, journals aren't, well, at least mine aren't, because I never do like one signature journals that you could throw together. And it takes, I always put like a lot of time and effort in mine. Not saying that people that do them fast don't put effort in them. I'm just saying it takes me a long time to do what I do when I do them. And so it's a long-term thing now. So you don't get that like that rapid awe of putting it together and, you know, completing something really fast. And I love the pockets and stuff because, you know, in a day, you know, and it doesn't even take a day, you know, usually 3 to 4 hours. I can slop one. That's a bad way to put it in. I can slop one together in 3 or 4 hours. I meant to say slap. It came out wrong. But I guess using all my leftover tidbits, it could be slopping, huh? Oh, it doesn't take me that long, but well, okay. Okay, it doesn't ever take me that long. However, I've had some take me several weeks. Not when I record them and do them, it takes a lot longer because I over-explain things, I think. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like it. That is so cute. I love that card. Now make sure it's not too wide. Okay, you guys, get out of here. I'm getting it too full. I'm having to work it down in, so I'm gonna put this one down here. This one I'll put up here. So they're sort of layered in there. Plus then you get to see them all when you do it that way. And you know what, I'm gonna take this out. Slide this back here. Put the lace up front. Put the paper behind there. That'll sort of help hold all that in. This, I'm gonna pull up just a tad bit so that slides over. Pull my lace up front. Okay, then I'll flip this over. This can go back here to help add a pop of color. Oh yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah, when, well, life gets in the way and you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, that's there's another one too, but I don't think, I think I want to cut these this, I want to do like a small stubby tag. I think I'm going to keep this one square. Three and a quarter. I'll figure it out in a minute, guys. And then that'll leave us a large one. We'll see if we have to cut some of that off for something in the back. Actually, I'm going to, I don't know why I do that. I don't like that on tags. I don't like that little bitty corner. I'm going to ink it. Hi, Elena. Yeah, missed it, girl. If anybody doesn't know, Elena's my daughter. I'm working on a loaded envelope out of all my scraps. Yeah, but she's going to be 16 in about a month, actually. Yeah, Xena, she's over there going, I love the name Xena. I know exactly what she's thinking. Okay, so this inked up. Look, girly, I gave my loaded pocket a little bag with handles. It's so cute. It's so teeny tiny. Okay. Let's see. I know I have some random fabric strip. Hey, Mom. Oh, well, she's my youngest. She'll turn 16, and like I said, just a little less than a month. And then my twins, I have twins, a boy and a girl. They will turn 18 in September. And then my oldest is 20. That'll turn 21 instead. No, he's 19. He'll turn. Let's see. Hold on. This is 21, right? Yes, he'll turn 20. I had to think about it in September. And then I have a stepson and stepdaughter that are twins that will be 28 this year. Well, they're already 28. They're 28 in the beginning of the year. I know, 20, Mom. I got it. Yep, so I have 4 kids. So I was supposed to have 1, and somehow I ended up with 4. That's just the way it works. But they're all teenagers now and don't need mom, so for the first time in 20 years, I don't know what to do. It's a good thing I like to craft. This is when I made, if you guys remember my rose journal I just made, this was the leftover part of the napkin that was left over. That's what that my pink handles on my bag were from. Is just the edging off of there. And then I have this left over. But the pink just goes with this kit, so I'm like, well, I'll use that. Okay. So let me grab my Yep, there's a load of us, so okay. Oh, I'm doing the wingding. The wingding will be tonight at 8:30 p.m. right here, live. No, that's what she usually would do. I will put a link if I'll pull it up, and put it in the description box. I bought my grommets. Somebody asked me the other day. I bought my grommets. I bought 1,000 of them and paid like, I don't remember. At that point in time, of course, that's been, you know, several months ago. I bought like 1,000 of them, and it's the tops and the little rings for like $3.99 or $4.99. It was like some crazy amount. But somebody asked me the other day, and I meant to put the link up, so I will. That and a link to the file. Do I find a lot of Reader's Digest books have cracked spines? I just did that backwards, guys. Don't ever do that. I just did it backwards. That's because I was reading her question and not paying attention and looking. I thought I had the wrong end, and it still came out okay. That's crazy. Yeah, they do. And I think it's because of the way the glue or something that, you know, they did when they built those, because I very rarely find one that either doesn't have a cracked spine or the spine is completely off of it. Like just about every one I have, the spine is. Yeah, that's because they weren't open and the spines have dry rotted on them. And you'll hear it. I mean, they're loud. They'll pop real loud and everything else. Let me see. I have one right here. Or I did. Well, it's not there now because I did this thing called cleaning my craft room, and now I can't find anything. But yeah, you can buy them brand new, and the people tell you, oh, they've never been used. They're perfectly fine. And you get them, and as soon as you go to try to open them, they will pop, crack. Yep, they will, and they'll completely pop off. And then they'll well, sometimes you'll get them, and I wish I knew where mine was at. But because I just moved them, and now I'm trying to remember where I moved them at. But anyway, like when you have a book, like right here where that, you know, it's indented on the front and the back, the Reader's Digest will crack right here, and this whole spine will come off. And I think it's where the glue dry rots. Something in that glue when they use them or something causes them to dry rot and do that. Yep, that's not true. I have had one that was not like that, but it doesn't happen very often. Oh, what am I doing? But yep, that's what it does. Okay. Nope, it is not you. It does it to everybody. See, and that turns out so pretty, and I just didn't even have to do anything to it. It's just too pretty. And this side is just gorgeous. Okay, and this side I'm going to put some tulle and some of this pink lace. Nope, it is not you. It happens with everybody. Or at least everyone I've ever dealt with. And I know Lori has trouble with them, and well, you've been around the channel long enough. Lori's the queen of the Reader's Digest. I think that lady hoards them. In the best of way, but she's my sister, so I can say that. Not really. She's not really my sister, but she is my sister. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut this off a little bit shorter because you obviously don't want your bow taller than your card. And see, that come out really cute. I mean, how cute is that? Right? Just a little teeny tiny square card. And these are light enough that you can write on the back of them. So, and it's pretty. So why would I cover that up? So let's see. think we'll put this one back here, if it'll fit. Nope, it's just a little bit too big. A little bit too big. I think I can, oh, you know what? I won't set it there. I'll just paper clip it. I'll set it behind there. They can hold them and I'll paper clip it to it. And that way I can just sort of, yeah, the tool really adds, and it adds stiffness to it. That makes it support the top a lot more. So, you know, where normally if you put ribbon or something, you know, it flops around or whatever. And then I'll paper clip that to the pocket up there, and that'll hold that in place behind there, but sort of adds more of a background to it. I like it. And then this one's going to go in here, if it'll fit. Now we'll see. I may have to slender this one down a little bit because, nope, I think it's going to go. It's going to go. Nope, nope, nope. Yep. It's going to go. Yay. I'm just going to leave it up here. Put this up here like this. Put this one, put the washi tape sort of. It's caught on that. Get my button bag in there. Put that there. Put this one little one over here. I'm not taking out any buttons. No buttons are leaving. No buttons left behind. They're all going. Okay, so that's done. I got it in there. And the buttons, oh yeah, I do have the buttons back there because the journal and stuff's up here. Okay, I got it to go. Yay! No buttons left behind. And this is going to go right in there like that. And put my little thing out. It's going to go like this. I think I can call it done, guys. What do you think? You think I can call it done? Would you call that done? Is it full enough? Should I pack some more in there? I probably could put something else in there. I'm gonna slide this down just a little bit here. Just a little bit. You go down a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Do you think I can call it finished? I know, right? Well, I'm almost at 1,400 subscribers, and when I get 1,400 subscribers, I'm doing a giveaway, and this is going to be the prize. I love it. The little bag tag. So let's see how much stuff I ended up putting in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 things there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things there. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 things. Oh, I feel like I should put something else in there. Oh, I didn't put lace in there, and I always do a little thing of lace. I have to put lace in there. I always like to put a little thing of lace because it's just so nice to get lace. I wonder what I did with my die. Hold on a second, guys. I'm seeing what dies I have that I could use to wrap lace around that would be small. I normally do my little lace spindle, but I think I'm going to use my Oh, you know what? I can use my, hold on. I'll use my small one, my small tag. Because I have a small tag die. Just all my stuff that come with my little sidekick. I love these things. Oh, welcome, attaché papers. Let's see if I have a scrap of. Yes, I do. Oh, and it's gonna be pretty because it's gonna be. I can. Let's see. How do I want it? Yes, and I can get that rosebud in there right in the middle. That is gonna be so pretty. And I think it's just wide enough that I won't have to trim it. This is a little Sissy sidekick. If you guys haven't seen them, I don't know if you've seen those or not. Somebody always asks me about what's this and what's that, so I try to tell you ahead of time. I did that backwards because I have one I've been cutting on. I want to keep it nasty. And the other one, if that'll catch that rosebud right there, that's going to be perfect. Until you drop your cutting pad. Okay. Wrong side. Come on. If I can get it stuck in there, it ain't gonna want to go. It don't want to go. Did I put it up the wrong way? I may have put it in the wrong way. Hold on, guys. I flipped it upside down. It never wants to go if you go that way. Okay. There we go. I always run it through twice because for whatever reason, that's what I do. I don't know. I think it's I don't want to take it apart and it not work, so. Okay. A perfect cut every time. Okay. Yep, I dropped it. The only thing bad about those little rings is they're hard to keep a hold of. There we go. And let's see, let me ink. That's loose around there. Must have cut a bigger hole. I think because he sends the little. Oh, you can. There's a little hole punch that comes with it that you can do the hole reinforce with. It's a 2-part grommet. Like I said, I ordered it and it came like 1,000. Seriously, I have, and this is no joke. This jar is completely full and I've been using it forever. Let me see if the price is on there. No, they're 3/16 5mm metal grommets. There was 1,000 to the set. I've been using them forever and I still have this much left. Plus the jar full. I have enough grommets forever. It's one of those things you have to order once, you never have to order again. But I use a lot of them, but yep. Okay, so lace. Let's see, what kind of lace do we want to put on there? I think maybe this. This is really pretty. Yeah, and I got it off of Amazon, and like I said, I'll put the link in the description box because I didn't pay that much. I want to think it was like $3 or $4.99. It may have been a little more, so I don't want to say that because it may be a little more, but it was less than $10. I can tell you that for sure. Oh, and then my washi I had for my tag. I'm just, you know what? I want to spread this out a little bit though, and I'm gonna use the washi to hold it down. Just because I don't want it to come all unraveled while it's tucked away in there. I did that because I wanted to stay on the back. I don't want it to, like, you know, the end of it to be on the front because it doesn't look as pretty. It's prettier when it's on the back. Okay. I was thinking about putting some tulle around there. Hold on a second, guys. I trim this pink off the end of this here. Yeah, it won't catch on anything. I'll fold that up. Should let me pull that down just a little bit. So yeah, I mean, they'll get some tulle, but at the same time, it'll protect it too. And this is going to be real easy to slip off, so I'm just going to knot this because I'm not going to try to tie that in a little bow. So I'll just knot it. So there's my little lace pack. And I think we will stick it. It may go right here on the front. Let's see. Can we get it in there? Oh, yeah, but I needed to put a little ribbon at the top and the grommet. I'll just use this. I'll cut it off, whatever's extra, because I'll just use it on a tag somewhere or in a snippet or in a cluster somewhere. I know I have to keep just putting stuff in there, don't I? I'm horrid. Cut this ribbon down some. That didn't want to go. Let's see. There it went. All them strings drive me crazy. Okay. So there's what it ends up looking like. And that's cute as a tag, let alone the fact it's got lace and tulle on it. I mean, then they'll have this when they untie it to use. They'll have the whole tag to use. So, I mean, there's not anything really in here that they can't use. Which is one thing I really like about using my scraps and stuff is there's, you know, everything in here they can use. So it's not like there's just random packaging. I mean, because even the rosettes I put on the card, I made it so when you pull the rosettes off, you can actually pull that tape off and use that for a tag. So like everything in here is usable. Which sort of goes along with the using my trash stuff. My scraps, I guess. And then when I get ready to ship it, I'll tuck that down in there like that. And that'll protect it some in shipping. But it still looks cute. But now it's tucked in there to protect it. And then what I'll do is lay it in cardboard and then wrap it. Yep, so there she is. So there's the front. I love my little bag. And there's the front, everything in the front. And then there's the back, which we stuffed to the back this time too. There's nothing on there decorating that. So I think we should put some washi through there though. Just to add a little pop of color. I think we'll put it, I'll just put it towards the bottom because I don't want to cover up all the music. Oh, thanks, Zena. Oh, yeah, you can work some more in there. Wiggle that stuff around. You can fit a lot of stuff in there. And I love this washi. This washi, because I know somebody asked me about it yesterday. This pink rose washi, which is absolutely, I mean, just adorable, came from Walmart for like $1.88, and I got like 3 other colors with it. And the other ones aren't ugly either. But this was the prettiest of the bunch. Okie doke. Yeah, so see just that little bit on there just added just a pop of color. Okay, guys. You know me. I got to do something here. Just have to have that pop of color. But I don't want to cover up the name. And I like the fact the number's on there. There we go. And then it's got this little scrappy pop of color at the bottom. I could go over that with the little brown one. That might look cute too. Let's do that. Let's do that. We're going to go across here, guys. I know. Leave it alone. And that's light enough. You can still see the name and everything through it, which makes it nice. There we go. So then it's got that little tattered bottom. I think I want to put some back here too of that brown though. I'm going to tear this a certain way at an angle. I'm going to look all raggedy. Are we done yet? No, we're not done yet. Now we're done. It is official. It is done. I am done. I can't physically put anything else in it. I mean, I probably could, but I would start ripping pockets and stuff, and I don't want to do that. So I do think I'm going to move this over here, though. Yeah, because the washi color shows through. So I think I'll move this one over here. I can't physically put anything else in there. This thing's going to drive me bonkers falling out of there. Try to tuck it in there a little bit better. Nope, you know what? I think I've got a loose spot over here, or maybe it's, yep. And you may have to as you're stuffing it, especially if you're using scraps, because this paper is old and it's brittle. There's charms and stuff. Charms and beads are in the bag. I may put a dangle hanging from here too. I could do that. I got a couple cute little pink thingies I could put in there. Yeah, I probably should do that. I probably would have done that. I would have done it eventually because, you know, it's got to have something hanging down on it. Hold on. I've actually got some pink ones already made up. Hold on. Whoops. Better yet. Oh yeah, but you got to have some little something on the outside all dingly dangly. I bought these at my Goodwill. Isn't this pretty? There's that one. That's going on my boho journal. Isn't that gorgeous? And I love it because I'm going to take it apart and they're on all these little individual circles. So like some of them are going to be charms and then like there's going to be the big dangle that hangs off the side. I love it. Unless I decide to use it for a closure. It's small enough that I probably could use it for a closure. That would be cool. A big rattly closure. And then they had this one and I had to get it because of nature journals. And there's like little flowers in the beads. And there's like a ton of these big glass beads. And they were all green and stuff. So I fell in love with those. And I absolutely love this one. Look at those big pretties. So I'm thinking one of those would look absolutely awesome hanging off there. So let me get my wire cutters. Because I think one of those would be just perfect. They would be so cute. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to cut it? I think I'll cut one at the very end, just in case. And I'm going to cut the big one because this already has a hangy, like a split ring on it. So I can just hang it right off the dangle that's the dangle that's there. Well, wait a minute. I'm going to do it this. No. Okay, this is all empty chain here. So let's cut it here. If I can cut this. Because this one's pretty big. I may have to get my husband's heavy duty. Oh, no, you should see. Hold on. This is one of those ones that's going to take a couple times to get through. Let me see if I can find it. I went to an estate sale and spent $15. There was that belt, which is absolutely awesome. And I'm not tearing it apart because, you know, I like it too good to tear it apart. I'm like, oh, I'm wearing that booger. There was this that's like a corner, but it's actually a pen, but it'd be a perfect and awesome book corner for like a steampunk journal. This is nothing but Christmas stuff. Well, okay, that's, oh yeah, those are music notes. Everything in here is Christmas pins, Christmas trees, except this. Look, it's an umbrella with a little purse. And I'm like, that would be perfect. I'm going to have to do a Mary Poppins journal now. But there's just all Santas and Christmas trees and poinsettias. I mean, they're just from big to small. This right here was worth more than that. Yeah, it may be. I don't know. My husband went and looked all of it up. There's some of it, but none of it's really worth anything major. This didn't come from Goodwill. This came from an estate auction I went to. There's this necklace, which I love. I'd have paid $15 for that one by itself. Oh, this is a rosary with a cross and Mother Mary. Check this one out. It's earrings and a necklace, but check it out. These little things move. And there's the necklace and earrings. Those are so cool, and I love the fact they move. I'm like, I have never seen one that does that. I know, that's what I'm doing. I love this one, and it's earrings, and I'm like, okay, I have to do a Art Deco style. These are just plain white ones. But I mean, still cute. Are you putting it on a tag or something? So I'm going to start doing some stuff with those. And then this one's really pretty too. It's just almost looks like railroad track. I'm like, you know, you could put that on a railroad track journal. Or, you know, if you did something about like a roller coaster, it looks like a roller coaster sort of. Not to mention they come in these cool little boxes that I can use. And look at this fabric in here, guys. It's like vintage felt. And all of it's from like the 1930s and 40s. Yeah, that was all one estate sale. A what? The gold one? I'm not sure what it is. It doesn't, I'm not sure. I think it's supposed to be like a scarf. But it does look like that. I don't know. I don't think there's no maker's marks or anything on the back of it, which makes it hard because then you can't even identify it. Oh, the brooch and earrings. That one? Oh, this one. Oh, this is a, I don't know, but this is a pin and it's got the hangy thing on it that you can wear a necklace with it. I don't know. I don't know. It might be. You're hiding in the closet. It may be. It seems like my husband said that this one was like a name brand one. I have some others. I have some others, but they're hidden in my jewelry box because they're staying there. That's crazy, Lori. Yes, it is. It's gorgeous. Okay, so let me get back to cutting here. Let me figure out where I was cutting at here. Okay, here I am. I got through that one too. Yeah, my mother-in-law passed away several years ago, and before she passed, she gave me all of her vintage jewelry and stuff. And she gave me stuff that is made out of butterfly wings, like the earrings and necklace and all that. So I need to figure out how long I want that to be dangling off there. I think 2 will be enough. Yeah, I think 2 is where we'll. So let me try to split this. Are you talking about the one from your grandmother, Zena? Or the one that I just showed you? There's some of those pieces in there that are, there's one, I have one in my thing, I would have to go get it, that I got at the same sale that is well worth $150. So, I mean, some of that stuff you get, it's expensive. Okay, so let me hang this. I love that big, huge diamond on the end of it. I may pull it out tonight before the wing ding and I'll show you. So there, yes, it's got a dangle on it. How's that, Kathy? And that pink just goes with the pink. So what do you think? And that is going to be cool because somebody's going to be able to take that off and use it on a journal if they want to. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I know there's been a couple that he looked up that was worth one. Hold on. Let me run and get the one. Hold on. It'll take me just a second. These 2 were in there too. This is the butterfly. And I can't remember what name it had on the back of it. It seemed like it had a name on it, but I don't remember what it was. It's a Pell, I think. Pell. It looks. But it's so pretty. I'm like, I can't use that on a journal because it's too pretty. But I might. You never know. And then this was in there, which, I was like, okay, it's in this box. It's got to be something. And it's a Nolan Miller. The Nolan Miller Glamour Collection. And I fell in love with it. So it's in my dresser just because I can't put it in with my other stuff because it's like, Nolan Miller made like when all the stars the Hollywood stars would wear certain jewelry in movies and stuff, then, people higher society people would want jewelry that was matched that, but maybe can, afford the real diamonds or whatever. So he would make these, and this one priced out at like $300. And this was in that $15 batch that I bought. Well, all of that was, except the pink thing. The pink thing wasn't. I got that at Goodwill. But yeah, all of this was in the same batch when I bought it. And this is just, I don't know if you guys can see the shimmer. And yeah, I guess you can. It is shimmery. So, yep. I know. And you can't find Nolan Miller stuff. So, it's pretty crazy. But, yep. And I like the little dangle on there. I think it's done. I think we have to consider it done and finished. So, yep. I know. It was crazy. I was lucky there. And that was one of those when you're driving down the road and you see a sale going on, you didn't even know it was there. It's not like you went on purpose. You're driving by and see it. That's pretty crazy. It was just one of those auctions where, you know, stuff went really good. That normally never happens. I will make sure, no, it's finished. When I'm done, I'm done. I will go. But when I reach that point when I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. And it is done. That was like what I needed to add. It was like that one glimmery, sparkly thing I needed. I will make sure that I get this listed, guys. As soon as I get off here, I'll get the description loaded and I'll link this for you guys so you can have your 9 bags to make. So you can make all the little bags you want to. And with that, I'm going to get out of here because I have to go to the bathroom. Not young like I once was. So I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a great afternoon. The wing ding tonight is at 8:30 Eastern. I will see you here. We will be making all our mini journals. So I will see you here tonight. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Attaché. I don't know what your name is, but Attaché, you'll have to put your name in the chat so I can remember. Okay, see you guys later. Bye, guys.